Welcome back. If you've ever wrestled with getting a 4K signal across a big room, or maybe you face that nightmare of running power to a display way up high, you know the pain.
Oh yeah, definitely been there.
So today we're doing a deep dive into a specific piece of kit, the A-Neuvideo ANI-0104POE-AU. It's basically an extender and splitter rolled into one.
That's right.
And it's designed really to solve those exact tricky AV setup problems. Our mission, just boil it down, figure out what it does so you know if it fits your needs.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's unpack it. What exactly is this thing? The ANI-0104POE-AU is listed as a 1x4 HDMI POE 4K60Hz splitter.
Right. So simplest terms, takes one HDMI source, like your media player or computer. It sends it out to 4 different screens. But crucially, not using HDMI cables for those long runs, it uses CAT outputs.
CAT outputs, like network cable.
Exactly. Standard CAT6 or 6A or 7. Cheaper, easier to run long distances. Plus, there's an HDMI loop output right on the transmitter box itself.
For a local monitor, maybe?
Precisely. And looking at the specs, it's built for modern signals. Full 18 Gbps bandwidth, HDMI 2.0, HDCP 2.2 compliant. It ticks those boxes.
Okay, I saw something in the notes. It's a 1x4 splitter, sends to 4 places, but the package comes with 8 receivers. Why double up?
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? It's probably less about having backups, though you do get spares. It's more about flexibility, I think. Maybe you have different project needs or you want to quickly swap things around. It gives you options right out of the box.
Gotcha. Okay, now this is where it usually gets complicated with extenders. The trade-off. Resolution versus distance. That old chestnut.
Always the big one. And this device spells it out pretty clearly.
Yeah, our notes have a matrix.
Yeah.
So for top tier, 4K at 60 Hz, you're looking at 114 feet. That's about 35 meters.
Right. Max quality, shorts distance.
But if you can drop that frame rate a bit, 4K at 30 Hz.
Then you get a bit more reach, stretches out to 164 feet or 50 meters.
Okay, and then the big jump. If you only need 1080p standard HD at 60 Hz.
That's where you really gain length. Almost double the 4K60 distance up to 196 feet, 60 meters.
Wow, okay. So that decision, 4K versus 1080p, that hugely impacts your maximum cable run.
Absolutely. It's critical for planning, especially, big digital signage setups or maybe lecture halls.
And part of what makes these longer runs feasible and definitely easier is the power situation, right?
Yeah.
Addresses a huge installer headache.
Exactly. Power over cable. Specifically, it's one-way power C here. Meaning the main box, the transmitter, sends power down the CAT cable to the little receiver boxes at each screen.
So no need for power outlets near the TVs or projectors.
None at all. Think about mounting a display high on a wall or above a ceiling. Finding power up there is often a real pain. This gets rid of that need entirely.
That's a big deal. Cuts down install time, complexity.
Massively. Plus, the unit itself is pretty compact, easy to tuck away.
Okay, so distance and power are covered. But what about the quality when it gets there? We know it can do 4K, but does it preserve all the fancy stuff, like HDR?
Good question. And yes, the specs say it maintains full signal integrity. So support for 3D, standard HDR, HDR10 plus HLG, even Dolby Vision. That data should make it across.
Okay, that's crucial for high-end content.
Yeah.
And I see something about EDD management. That sounds technical?
It is a bit technical, but super important. ED-tied is basically like a negotiation. Your source device, say a Blu-ray player, talks to the display.
The TV.
Right, the TV. And they handshake, they agree on the best picture format they both support. With a splitter sending to 4 different displays, maybe different brands or models.
Things could get confused.
Exactly. Bad ED-tied management could mean everything defaults to the lowest common denominator, like 720p. Advanced ED-tied, like this unit claims, helps make sure each display gets the best possible signal it can handle, preventing those compatibility headaches.
Okay, that makes sense. And audio.
It's solid there, too. Pass-through for up to 7.1 channel HD audio formats. Plus, a nice bonus, audio de-embedding.
De-embedding.
Yeah, it can pull the audio off the HDMI signal and output it separately. It has both a digital coaxial output and a standard analog 3.5mm stereo jack. Useful if you're running audio to a separate amplifier sound system.
Right, handy. So wrapping this up then, we've got high-end specs 4K60, 18 Gbps bandwidth, combined with really practical features like that long-distance reach over standard C cable, the convenience of PC.
Don't forget the ED management.
Right, and the ED. Plus, the source material mentioned a 3-year warranty too, which is decent peace of mind.
So what's the big takeaway here? I think this device kind of illustrates a shift, you know? Extending high-quality, high-bandwidth video isn't just about the cable anymore. It
All
used
right.
to be you needed really expensive, specialized cables for long runs. Now it's more about having smart processing, intelligent chips right there in the transmitter and receiver boxes. They handle the heavy lifting over simple, cheap, twisted pair cables.
So the intelligence is at the ends, not necessarily in the middle cable run.
Pretty much, yeah. The
Yeah.
processing power at the endpoints makes standard cabling much more capable.
Okay. So given those distance limits we talked about, 4K60 gets you 114 feet, but 1080p most doubles that. Here's something for you to think about. How does knowing that specific trade-off potentially change how you design content for, say, large digital signage networks? If stretching to 1080p gives you way more reach, does every single screen in that network really need that 4K feed? Or is good enough HD the smarter play for some locations, something to mull over?